Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the Sunday Night Football game. I don't even know how to start this. Game of the fucking year. No, nothing's gonna top this, dude. There's no possible way. Buffalo Bills come back from a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter with about 4 minutes left and get the win. This NFL season is already off to a great start. The Thursday night game was a banger, for the most part, until the lightning delay. The Friday, Chargers-Chiefs, was also a good game. Sunday night, another great game. This ain't week one, such a good start, dude. But this was the game. Game of the week, game of the year. 2 MVPs, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, going at it. The Ravens' defense just collapsed hard in those final 4 minutes. They could not get much pressure on Josh Allen at all. Josh Allen's just an unreal talent, dude. Coming out of Wyoming, I didn't think he would be as good as he is now. He's just so good. Carried the Bills to this win. 4 total touchdowns. He was unreal in that fourth quarter, making every throw he needed to make was on point, on the dot. With 8:37 left in the fourth quarter, they had a probability of winning as low as 1.1%. Through first 3 quarters, he was average. He wasn't terrible, but he was just average. The defense was terrible, but they stepped up in the fourth quarter when they needed to. They forced a fumble. They got a big stop there to get Josh Allen the football back. But we got to talk about him in the fourth quarter. 251 passing yards in the fourth quarter. His most in any quarter in his career. They trailed 40-25 with 7:16 left in this ball game. From that point, he went 11 for 14, 166 yards. He threw a touchdown, didn't turn it over. 139.9 QB rating, had a rushing touchdown, 2 total touchdowns, and led that final drive with 2 big pass plays to get him in field goal range. Josh Allen, and he now has the most games in NFL history with 350 plus passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. And talking about Josh Allen these last few years kind of reminds me of Nikola Jokic, when I didn't think he was probably the best in the NBA. I didn't think he was the best center. But now he is. I didn't think Josh Allen was the best quarterback, and I think he is. Josh Allen, it feels like the Bills are always in one of the games of the year. It's just Keon Coleman's concentration on the ball deflected by Dawson Knox. Ed Oliver knocking the ball loose while trying to bring Derrick Henry down. Knocks it loose. They recover the fumble. The Josh Allen, Josh Palmer throw and catch. The throw to Keon Coleman again. They made play after play after play in that fourth quarter. Unreal, man. 33 of 46, 394 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 2 rushing touchdowns, 4 total touchdowns, had 251 of his 394 passing yards in the fourth quarter. That was just a legendary game. Josh Allen's development at quarterback. His development. He wasn't really that great at Wyoming coming out, but the Bills have developed him into the best quarterback in the league. And he threw to a tight end that the commentators didn't even know existed on that 40, when it was 40-32. They threw it to some rookie, Jackson Hawes. They didn't know he existed. And Derrick Henry fumbled the football. Big plays right there. And some Bills fans left the game early. Bet you're wishing you stayed. But on that last drive, the Ravens defense it collapsed in the fourth quarter. 22 of the 41 points given up in the fourth quarter. on that last drive with about a minute left, 4 for 4, 71 yards. For the Ravens, talk about that defense, it should not be that easy to drive 71 yards in less than 90 seconds with no timeouts left. That was just awful by the Ravens defense, but this just shows how good Josh Allen is. Nearly 400 yards and 4 total touchdowns. He had 424 total yards with 4 touchdowns. Unreal. And he got everybody involved in the offense tonight, especially in the second half. Because he threw it 46 times. He just willed this team. I didn't even think Lamar Jackson played bad. He just didn't have to throw it as much as Josh Allen did, because the running game really wasn't that effective for the Bills. Then on the other side, it was pretty effective for the Ravens until the fourth quarter. In those last few minutes where they couldn't really run the ball. And they had the turnover. But yeah, James Cook, 13 runs, 44 yards. He had a touchdown, so credit him. He had a touchdown. Ty Johnson, 2 runs, 24 yards. Elijah Moore, 1 run, 8 yards. But James Cook also had 5 catches for 58 yards, including he had a big catch in that fourth quarter. Keon Coleman, though, was excellent. 8 catches, 112 yards, 1 touchdown for Keon Coleman. He had a fantastic game. Caught a touchdown off a deflection. What a game from Keon Coleman. Shout out to him. He was fantastic. 112 yards and a touchdown. What a start to his second season in Buffalo. Khalil Shakir, 6 catches, 64 yards. Joshua Palmer, 5 catches, 61 yards. A guy they got out free agency. A big catch in that fourth quarter. That had a big game. Did Josh Palmer. Dalton Kincaid, 4 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown for Dalton Kincaid. He also had a big catch, I believe, on that last drive. It was either him or that rookie, Jackson Hawes, 1 catch. Jackson Hawes, 1 catch, 29 yards. I didn't even know who he was. But this game had so much. He had just 51 career college catches, never caught more than 16 balls in a season, and hadn't caught an NFL pass, made one of the catches of the game on a bobbling grab while being hit. His first career catch, man. Unreal. In this game. Jackson Hawes, ladies and gentlemen. And 2 catches, 20 yards for Dawson Knox. They got all 3 of their tight ends involved tonight, so they really involved everybody on the offense. But Josh Allen, MVP, MVP, MVP. Their defense really played bad for a majority of the night, to be honest, because the Ravens were running all over them, whether it was Lamar Jackson or Derrick Henry. But they stepped up in the fourth quarter when they needed to most. They stepped up in the fourth quarter, only gave up 6 points. That missed extra point by Mr. Tyler Loop comes big now, because it could have been 41-41 going to overtime, but extra point when you look back at it. But then they had the punt, the fumble, and then another punt. So they had to punt 2 times, and then they had the big fumble by Derrick Henry, and their defense couldn't stop a nosebleed in the final 4 minutes. But a huge fumble forced by Ed Oliver. He had a sack tonight, a forced fumble. Big game from Ed Oliver on that defensive line. Grown man right there, Ed Oliver. He got that dog in him. And then Matt Prater, 3 for 3 on field goals, including the game winner. He was literally just signed like a few days ago, 41 years of age. And he gets the win. How about that, man? He was working out on a high school field in Arizona a week ago, and tonight he's kicking the game-winning field goal for the Buffalo Bills. Unreal, man. This could be a possible AFC Championship preview. These 2 teams played phenomenal. If you love this game, if you love offense, you sure love this game. So it was phenomenal. Bills improved to 1-0. They scored 7 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, 6 in the third quarter, 22 in the fourth quarter. Unreal. Unreal comeback. 15-point comeback by Buffalo. My God, this is all going to be the game of the year. But let's talk about the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 14-19, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 6 runs, 70 yards and a touchdown, 3 total touchdowns from Lamar. Obviously, he didn't have like 300, near 400 passing yards, but he didn't have to pass it as much as Josh Allen did. Because obviously you have Derrick Henry really effective in the run game. But I thought both quarterbacks balled out. Lamar was great. 3 total touchdowns. I mean, 209 passing. Only 5 incompletions at 70 rushing yards. It's just the defense really let him down, and Derrick Henry had that fumble. There's really nothing that Lamar Jackson did wrong in this football game. I thought both quarterbacks played pretty good, but this is a lesson that the game's not over until there's zeros on the clock, and they found it out tonight. And that 4th and 3 at the end, maybe they should have thought about going for it, but then you're giving them good field position. But this was one of the best games I've ever watched. Like, one of the best games I've ever watched. Like, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson put on a classic tonight. So I thought Lamar played pretty good. I thought Josh Allen played amazing. I thought Lamar played pretty good. Both these quarterbacks delivered. It was just the defense collapsed for the Ravens, and then a key turnover at the worst possible time. Derrick Henry, he played great, but we got to talk about that fumble, man. That was just you can't have that in an 8-point game in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. 18 runs, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll talk about Derrick Henry was really damn good. He's still really damn good, even at 31 years of age. King Henry, he was phenomenal. 2 touchdowns, 169 yards. But that was a huge fumble. But he only had 18 carries tonight. I don't know why you're not giving Derrick Henry more touches. You got to get Derrick Henry more carries. Only 18 runs tonight, but that Derrick Henry fumble maybe could have been the trigger on the Bills' comeback, but the Bills scored each possession after the Ravens failed to down their punt at the 1. But yeah, that was a huge fumble by Derrick Henry. The missed extra point, allowing 28 points in the second half, 22 in the fourth quarter. But I don't know. When it was 4th and 2, only up 2, maybe they should have went for it, but I don't know. But there's nothing you can do to really blame Lamar Jackson here. Flowers, 2 runs, 8 yards, and a lead, 1 run, 5 yards. Zay Flowers, 7 catches, 143 yards, and a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Henry, 1 catch, 13 yards. Bateman, 2 catches, 10 yards. Mark Andrews, only 1 catch, 5 yards. Didn't really get him involved tonight. Justice Hill, 1 catch for 3 yards. Matabike had the only sack for the defense, and Loop was 2 for 2 on field goals, but missed a key extra point. For the Bills, defensively, they had 2 sacks, 1 from Ed Oliver, 1 from Milano. And the Ravens dropped 0-1. They had 3 points in the first quarter, 17 in the second quarter, 14 in the third quarter, and 6 in the fourth quarter. Only that 1 touchdown by Derrick Henry. But yeah, this was a phenomenal game. Game of the year. Lamar, Josh Allen deliver a classic. It's a 15-point comeback. 41-40. What an opener to Sunday Night Football. The first quarter, Kincaid touchdown, Loop field goal, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson each with touchdowns in the second quarter. Prater field goal, Loop field goal, Prater field goal. Zay Flowers in the third quarter with a touchdown. James Cook with a 2-yard touchdown. I thought the Bills with those not taking those 2 extra points would have hurt them, but they come back and won. Hopkins with a touchdown. That was a phenomenal catch. 1 catch, 29 yards for Hopkins, a 1-handed snag. Fourth quarter, Josh Allen the touchdown. Derrick Henry touchdown. But then Keon Coleman with a touchdown. Josh Allen touchdown. And they get the stop and get the field goal to win at 41-40. What a game. This could be a possible AFC Championship preview. And I would love to see this matchup again in the AFC Championship. But yeah, great game. 41-40 Bills win. I'll be here tomorrow. Vikings, Bears. For the end of week 1 for Monday Night Football. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next time, Alkalite. Peace, and give your thoughts on this game in the comments below. And subscribe.